It's a disaster World Cup. Disaster. Point of charge. I mean FIFA. They have to solve every problem here, but unfortunately they couldn't solve since the beginning. Mr. Infantino came to our changing room first game and he said it's just the beginning, but it's group stage finish tomorrow. And we don't have our logistic people here. They don't have a visa. How possible we always have to travel to Tijuana? We love people of the Mexico. We love Tijuana. It's so good. They are so humble people. We love them. But as a professional players, professional competition, it's not right. Yeah, it's about our opinion, because now we have traveled again to going to Tijuana again. So without recovery, without nothing, it's not fair.
The group stage was supposed to tell us which teams were ready for the World Cup knockout rounds. Instead, it gave fans a darker question. Does anyone trust VAR anymore? Not the idea of it. The idea still makes sense. Use cameras. Correct clear mistakes. Protect the game from errors one referee cannot catch at full speed. Every American sports fan understands that. The NFL has replay. The NBA reviews flagrant fouls. Baseball checks home runs, tags, and boundary plays. No one expects officials to be perfect, with millions watching from every angle. The problem starts when replay gets the look, takes the time, sees what fans see, then still lands somewhere fans cannot follow. That is, the shadow hanging over World Cup 2026 after a group stage filled with decisions that left coaches furious, players stunned, and federations asking FIFA for answers. One bad call can happen. Two can happen. A whole run of them starts to feel like something else. Not proof of a plot. Not proof of corruption. Something almost worse for the sport. A loss of faith. The first warning sign came early, when Switzerland and Qatar turned into the kind of match that makes neutral fans reach for the replay before the referee even does. Qatar believed the key decision went against them. The controversy did not fade because the call looked impossible. It grew because the public never got the full visual proof it needed. In modern soccer, that matters. VAR cannot ask people to trust invisible evidence while the whole world watches on screens. That is the strange promise of replay. It sells transparency, then sometimes gives fans another closed door. When a referee makes a mistake live, people get angry. When VAR makes a decision after a long check and still cannot explain it clearly, people get suspicious. The anger changes shape. It moves from one whistle to the system itself. Then Argentina versus Algeria poured fuel on it. Lionel Messi does not need help from officials. That is exactly why the reaction hit so hard. He is one of the faces of the sport, one of the players FIFA markets harder than almost anyone, and when he escaped serious punishment for a challenge Algeria believed deserved red, the debate exploded. Fans from Algeria saw a star protected. Argentina fans saw a normal hard challenge turned into outrage by rivals. Neutral viewers saw the same thing they had already started to fear. VAR had become less about truth and more about interpretation. Algeria did not just complain online. Their federation pushed the matter formally. That changed the tone. A coach yelling after a loss can be dismissed as emotion. A federation filing a complaint tells the world it believes the problem has crossed a line. That was the moment this stopped feeling like isolated frustration. Because VAR controversies do not live alone, they stack. Qatar's frustration became the background. Algeria's complaint became the next chapter. Then England and Ghana gave the tournament its loudest officiating storm yet. A goalless draw should not have become one of the biggest stories of the World Cup. England had the ball for long stretches. Ghana defended, waited, countered, and found danger through Prince Adu after he came on. The match had tension but not chaos. Then came two moments in the second half that changed everything around it. First, Jordan Pickford came out near the edge of the area and collided with Adu. Ghana wanted punishment. Their bench reacted right away. The referee went the other direction and gave England relief instead of Ghana a chance. VAR did not rescue Ghana. Then came the bigger one. Adu broke into the box. Ezri Konsa lunged from behind. The ball did not look like the thing he caught clean. The Ghana player went down. The stadium waited. Ghana waited. Millions watching waited. No penalty, no red card, no intervention strong enough to overturn the decision. That is where Carlos Queiroz turned the story into a headline. After the match, he did not scream like a man who had lost control. He looked like a coach who knew exactly how close to the line he could walk. He joked that VAR had gone for coffee. He said it with sarcasm because saying it plainly might get him punished. Everyone understood the message. He was not talking about caffeine. He was talking about trust. That line cut through because it sounded like what fans were already thinking. Where was VAR when Ghana needed it? Where was VAR when Algeria needed it? Where was VAR when Qatar wanted answers? Why does the system seem so loud on tiny offside checks and so quiet on moments that can change a country's tournament? This is where FIFA has a serious problem. The organization can defend every decision one by one. It can point to protocols. It can talk about clear and obvious errors. It can say the referee's call must carry weight unless video proves enough to overturn it. That all sounds reasonable inside a rulebook. It sounds much weaker after fans watch a replay 5 times and still cannot understand why the same standard seems to shift from match to match. American audiences know this frustration well. In the NFL, fans hate when replay turns simple catches into legal debates. In the NBA, fans lose patience when one player gets a flagrant foul and another gets nothing for similar contact. Sports fans can accept judgment calls. They cannot accept a system that feels random. VAR now feels random to too many people. That does not mean every angry fan is right. Some decisions look different from different angles. Slow motion can make soft contact look violent. A still frame can lie. Referees hear things, see body positions, and judge control in ways television sometimes misses. The job is hard. Nobody should pretend a person in a booth can make every call simple. The issue is not perfection, it is credibility. When a smaller team feels robbed against a bigger team, FIFA must explain the decision with more care, not less. When the beneficiary is England, Argentina, or another global giant, silence sounds louder. Fans already believe superstar teams get soft treatment. Every unclear review feeds that belief. That is how a tournament narrative forms. Nobody wakes up and decides the World Cup is rigged because of one penalty shout. People reach that mood after pattern, emotion, bad communication, and slow pressure. A Qatar call with unclear evidence. A messy challenge with no red. A Ghana penalty shout ignored. A goalkeeper collision waved away. A mouth-covering red card for Paraguay in another match. Each one has its own facts. Together, they create a feeling. That feeling now follows FIFA into the knockout rounds. The worst part for FIFA is that VAR was meant to protect the tournament from this. The technology arrived to kill the old arguments. No more mystery. No more missed punches behind the referee. No more goals allowed from yards offside. No more handballs everyone saw except the official. Yet here we are, with more cameras, more angles, more officials, and more confusion. Part of the problem comes from the phrase, clear and obvious. It sounds simple until a World Cup match turns on it. Clear to whom? Obvious from which angle? If a defender gets the man before the ball, but the referee saw it live and decided no penalty, how much contact must VAR see before it steps in? If a star player catches an opponent high, how much force turns yellow into red? If the public never sees the decisive angle, why should fans believe the booth got it right? These are not small questions. They are the whole fight. VAR works best when the evidence shocks everyone into agreement. A foot offside, a ball crossing the line, a hand stretched away from the body. Those moments fit video review. The trouble comes with contact, intent, force, and game control. Soccer lives in gray areas. VAR pretends gray can become black and white if you watch long enough. It cannot. That leaves referees trapped between two bad choices. Intervene too much, and people say video has taken over the sport. Intervene too little, and people say the booth went missing. Spend too long reviewing, and rhythm dies. Move fast, and fans think you ignored the evidence. The group stage showed every side of that trap. Players now react differently too. They do not just appeal to the referee. They appeal to the screen. A defender points at the ball. A striker gestures for review. Coaches stare toward the fourth official as if the match has moved from the field to a courtroom. Fans in the stadium do the same. They no longer celebrate or rage at the first whistle. They wait for a check. That pause changes soccer. A goal is not always a goal. A tackle is not always a tackle. A red card might still come from a room miles away. The emotion gets suspended while everyone waits for technology to speak. When the answer feels wrong, the anger hits twice, first at the call, then at the system that had a chance to fix it. That is the danger FIFA faces now. If the knockout rounds bring one major VAR disaster, it will not be judged on its own. It will carry the whole group stage file with it. Ghana, Algeria, Qatar, Paraguay, every coach who bit his tongue, every player who walked away shaking his head, every fan who watched a replay and felt the booth had gone silent at the worst possible time. The solution cannot be another cold statement. FIFA needs clearer audio explanations, faster public release of key angles, and a standard fans can understand without needing a referee seminar. The World Cup is too big for hidden logic. If a decision changes a match, the world needs to know why. Until then, every close call will arrive with suspicion already attached. That is what made this group stage feel different. The drama did not come only from goals, upsets, or last-minute saves. It came from the booth, from the pause, from the referee touching his earpiece, from the crowd waiting, from the moment every fan asked the same question at once. Are they going to fix this, or make it worse? The knockout rounds will answer that question, not with a press release, with the next whistle.